If you always wanted to play a Hammond organ but you have no clue where to start, I want to show you everything you need to know to get started. In this video, I'll take you on a tour about all the different features you need to know to play the organ. So for today's video, I'm going to be using a vintage Hammond organ A102 and the Leslie the 147. By the way, if you'd like to have my guide for the top 10 drawbar settings you need to know to get started, you can get it for free down below in the description. Alright, so did you know that there's a very specific way to start a vintage Hammond organ? Contrary to a keyboard where you have like this regular switch on-off, the vintage organ uses different motor systems that needs to be started properly. Alright, so we're gonna do it together. So you're gonna have to move all the way over here. Then you're gonna have to push the first button on the left like this. Then we're gonna be holding this one. You can hear everything is starting to move. You can wait about 8 seconds, and then you're gonna push the second one. You keep the first one, and then you hold both. You can hear everything is going to this place, about X seconds, and you release the first button here. And alright, we now have some sound for the Hammond organ. So now that we started the Hammond organ, let's move to the most important part of the organ, and it's actually the drawbar settings that you see over here. So on the vintage organ, we have 4 sets of 9 drawbars, just like this. So as you can see, we have all of that. The top manual is controlled by the first 2 sets of drawbars, and the lower manual here is controlled by the next 2 sets of drawbars. These 2 drawbars right here are actually for bass pedals, so I'm not using any right now, but if you have all the system of the bass pedal, know that these 2 can be assigned to that. Alright, now how do we choose between 2 sets of drawbars on the organ? So you can move over here. You can see we have like all black keys. These are actually presets, and 2 of these presets are extremely important because these 2 are actually the one that makes you switch from this one and this one. So it's really great because you can actually have 2 different set of drawbars, and in the middle of the song you can just click here and move from one to another just like this. So the B flat is actually for the first one, and the B natural is for this one. It's exactly the same thing on the bottom. So we have 2 presets here. We have the B flat for this and the B for this one. Now, you might be wondering, what are these other keys that we have here? So one that is very important is the first one. It is the cancel one. So there's nothing going on if this one is pressed. Then all of these, until the B flat and the B, are just simply drawbar presets that are like pre-made for the organ. You can actually change these, but you have like to go inside the wiring if you want to do that. So just to give you an example, I'm just gonna hold the C and show you the different presets we can have. So we have like this one, like this. And obviously you have those 2 that you can control in a live setting. Now let's go a little bit deeper about the drawbars. So what are the drawbars exactly? They're basically working like harmonics. So let's go back to the B setting and go all the way here. So you can see we have black and we have white drawbars that are making different things here. So all the white drawbars are actually playing root notes. So they are harmonic for the root notes. All the black, except for the first one that is actually also the root, these are a mix of 5th and 3rds. So this is how we create like this whole sound that is so rich in harmonics when we add all the drawbars together. So second one, the 5th one, and the 8th one are actually 5th harmonic. The 7 here is actually for the 3rd, right here. And we get this super rich and beautiful sound when we open a few drawbars to create a beautiful mix of harmonics. By the way, if you're interested in mastering the organ and learning more about all the techniques, I just launched a complete course to learn how to play the organ in a band. So you can get the link just below in the description. Alright, now moving on to a different section on the organ, and it's the percussion right here. So percussion are amazing, and they only work with this set of drawbars right here. So if I close, just to give you an example, what's going to happen if I put the percussion on, So you can hear it's just adding a percussion effect that is actually eventually dying. So if I add that with the notes, it's actually a very cool effect you can add when you're playing. So we have different settings over here. We can have like on and off, obviously. We have normal or soft because we can have like 2 volumes for this. This is soft. This is normal, so it's a little bit louder here. Then we have slow or fast. So it can die slow or die fast. See, it disappears faster. And we have 2 harmonics. So we have the second or the third. So just like that. So when you mix that with the notes, it's really cool. And a very cool detail to know about percussion is that you need to attack each note like I was doing. If you play legato, percussion disappear and it's not working. So you really need to attack each note just like a staccato to be able to have the percussion effect. All right, now let's go to the other side of the Hammond organ where we have the vibrato and the chorus. So these are very cool effects you can also have on the organ that adds a little bit more to the sound that you're having. So for example, we have different setting over here. It's a mix of chorus and vibrato. You can choose between. So you can have this option on the top manual or bottom manual, and you can turn it on and off. So that's very cool to be able to choose between. So if I turn it on, we can hear that we have this whole chorus right here. That is the C1 over here. Then if I turn this down, this is the next one, it's the vibrato. So yes, vibrato and chorus are a very cool addition to your sound. It can be something different from the Leslie one from time to time, so it's just something that you can have right here. Also, something that is very important that we don't see right here on the keyboard is the swell pedal. It's actually a volume pedal that is just below the organ, and it's part of this whole instrument because there's no actually velocity on the keyboard. So I can play super loud or very soft, it doesn't change anything. So this is why we have a swell pedal on the Hammond organ to be able to have this smooth change and be able to control the volume of the keyboard. And just as a reminder, if you'd like to have my guide for the top 10 drawbars you need to know when you start, you can download it just for free in the description below. And now we cannot talk about the Hammond organ without talking about the Leslie, the big speaker you see in the back right here, and it's actually controlled by this half moon over here. So basically the Leslie speaker, if you haven't heard about it, is a rotary speaker using horns that are moving, that are turning actually. And this gives us this amazing sound like this. So you can really hear the sound going very fast because the Leslie is moving faster and slower. So this is the half moon over here that we use to control the Leslie. So we have the fast and the slow mode. Some half moon also have the stop mode in the middle. I don't have that one, but it's also an option. Alright, so there you go. Now you know more about all the different features that you need to master to play Hammond organ. Before we end this video, I want to compare this overview of the features on a clone keyboard. Now, most people won't have a vintage organ, and that's okay. I mean, it takes so much space and it's very heavy. So a clone keyboard, just like this one I have right here, this is a Hammond Skip 5, will still have everything you need to start playing organ. This is only the top manual, but if needed, the Skip 5 can have 2 manual. So as you can see here, we have everything. We have all the drawbar sets. Not every clone has 4 drawbar settings, by the way. Usually they will have only 1, maybe 2, and that's pretty much only what you need. Then you have all the presets here. You have the vibrato again. We have the percussion. here, and we have a Leslie switch here. You can also have a half moon, just like on the vintage for these clones. So if you want to start playing Hammond organ, you can look for a clone keyboard just like this, and it's going to be perfect for you to start playing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope that you got something out of it, and it would mean a lot to me if you could like the video and subscribe to this channel. This is still a small channel, and the more engagement I get, the more it helps me grow the channel and help new keyboard player. Also, drop a comment below to let me know what you would like to learn next in the upcoming videos. Alright, bye for now.